sustainability framework is important to the long-term viability of the industry because it addresses the concerns of our stakeholders. It also addresses the messages that are coming internally from industry.
Sustainability is a strong message being sent by customers and consumers all around the globe, and they want to see evidence that we're listening. The Australian Beef Sustainability Framework defines what sustainable beef production actually looks like, tracking our progress socially, environmentally and economically. The 2021 annual update focuses on the outstanding work being undertaken by industry to continually build sustainability and to make it a foundational consideration in the Australian beef industry.
The Beef Framework is an industry initiative led by RMAC, the Red Meat Advisory Council, and it defines Australian beef production in a sustainable manner. We're also leading the way in engagement with both internal and external stakeholders. So it's a really crucial part of our process that we listen to what people are hearing about our product.
One of the things the ABSF does that we're passionate about supporting is bringing together a diverse range of stakeholders to find ways to deal with some of these extraordinary challenges that we're going to face and the breadth of challenges we face in sustainability as a beef industry. We need to start demonstrating and empowering our industry and to report and measure progress and demonstrate that to the consumer. Our customers are specifically beginning to ask questions around the environmental sustainability of the beef we sell to them. We need to be able to look down our supply chain, have a look at the environmental practices being used in the farmers and the people from which we buy beef. Our sustainability falls into two major buckets. There's the plant facility, we're a zero waste to landfill site here, also looking at renewable energy, water and waste controls here on site. And then we also look down the supply chain at finding the products that suit the sustainability requirements of our business and of our customers.
Everything about our production is all about the animals' welfare, ensuring that we give them the very best of everything. We made a very early decision that we would put shade throughout the feedlot, and it's something that I'm really pleased that the sector, the feedlot industry, has decided to promote heavily for all our feedlots in Australia. We're already starting to talk and discuss with a lot of feed suppliers who are interested in doing trials on all sorts of additives that we can add to our natural grain rations that also help reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. By 2030, we want to have net zero emissions. I think that's a responsibility we have as a family business to hand over our family business to the next generation that is a business that is sustainable for multi-generations in the future. But to do that, we need the whole supply chain to go on the journey with us.
I actually think it's important because it gives us a measure, it gives us a benchmark of where we're at and where we're going to and what our sustainability goals are. But that's right through the supply chain, which is really important. We have biosecurity plans in place in all of our properties at CPC, and I understand that 90% of beef producers in Australia have biosecurity plans in place, which certainly gives us comfort around how we manage exotic diseases such as foot and mouth. Low stress stock handling is an essential part of our training with our team. But more recently it's around our use of pain management through different husbandry techniques, whether it's castration or dehorning. A happy animal is going to be a more productive animal.
People are more focused on that, they want to be eating healthy and they want to be eating steak that has been treated correctly, and raised correctly.
As a commercial and seed stock producer, I'm looking at what I can do to reduce my emissions along the chain, and so there's a lot of work that we need to do in working that out. So we're looking at management strategies and what we can do with our genetics to try and reduce emissions in our breeding system and in our commercial herd. We're looking at our soils and working out how we can run an agriculture or a beef production system with healthy soils, which gives us healthy cattle and produces a healthy product. So we're in that sense of having a responsibility to the consumers, but also a responsibility to the land that we're just owning for a very short period of time.
We're really starting to understand that there is a movement in certain consumer groups of people that really are demanding change in the products that they consume and really looking for a more sustainable option. Into the future, we think these sustainability credentials won't just be a requirement, but they'll be our ticket to play.
And by doing that, the industry will be able to access capital, will be able to access investment, will be able to access trade agreements, and it's contributing to the success of the industry into the future.
In a changing consumer landscape, the health and welfare of our animals, the protection of our natural resources, and the care of our people and communities has never been more important.
What I love about the farmers is through adversity, they hang in there. When times are tough, you come together, you work for each other, and you wait for the tide to turn, so to speak. Having a sustainable approach to not just our environment, but to our beef industry, and planning for that and working together collectively, whether it's just here in this country or globally, it's important.